What is going on, guys? I'm just going to do a little walk around vlog type video showing what's going on in the shop right now, because it's going to be a little while before I get another video out, because I can't really release video till projects are done. Otherwise I have a bunch of part 1, 2s, and 3s, and nobody likes that. So here's what's going on inside the camper right now. We're gonna take out the cabinets and redo the carpet in it, and then when my brother got it pulled up, we found a couple soft spots, so he's gonna go ahead and replace that stuff there and make it good as new. We're making quite a bit of progress on the 94. We got the bumper mounted, and we installed some lights on the front here. I built a plate. Well, I didn't really build it. I just cut a plate the right size and put a little bend on it. That's gonna go in the backside of the bumper here to kind of clean it up, make it look cleaner. And then I'm also going to put 2 watermelon lights on the backside to mimic how it looks on the front side. I think it'll look really good. And then what's going on here is we started sanding it, or my cousin did. And I told him not to mess with the door because I'm probably going to take the entire door off, because I would like to reskin it, because I don't like this window. I just want to smooth the door. This needs to come off yet. The mirrors need to come off yet, visor, and then it's pretty much stripped down. We'll replace the door latches right away too, because they're kind of rusty. Anyways, we usually take everything off, like we'll kick the windows out and all that good stuff. But yeah, I think it's coming along. He started sanding out this corner. Man, old stripes like this are extremely hard to get rid of, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna get rid of them. And what I mean by get rid of them is, like, whenever you paint over it, usually you can see a little bit of a ghost stripe underneath the paint yet, because it's just the way it is. All right, that's all I'm gonna go into. Cab or repeat. Frame is painted. That's all you're gonna get to see. I don't want to go into detail on that because the video's coming for that. Yeah, we just been extremely busy. I got air ride kits I'm trying to get together, a couple axles that are being shipped out right now, working on customers' trucks in between working on our own projects. I mean, this kind of stuff takes a long time. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this stuff. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have another video out of this truck, the cab or repeat, and hopefully the Marmon by the end of next week. No guarantees, but yeah, that's where we're at. And this bunk here is actually ready to be painted. I got to push this in the booth as soon as I get the Peterbilt cab over out. And that's going to get painted to match this hood, because it goes on this truck here. And that bunk comes off. So that bunk will be for sale. And I also got to cut the frame and all that, because I believe we have it sold now. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I need to make more time for videoing. But it's kind of hard to make time for video when you don't even have time to do the work. And every now and then, when it's like 8 o'clock in the evening, I like to work on my own stuff. So we're going to change the air filter in my cr125. I got a few other things I need to fix on it, but we're just going to start with that, because I just did a top end on this thing. New pistons, rings, new reeds, a couple other little things. I think I got it mixed to where it's burning a little too rich. It's kind of dripping oil out of the exhaust, so I mean, I guess that's good for a break-in maybe, but it's running really good. But we're gonna get this air filter taken out here, because it's pretty roasted, and I never fully put my plastics back together after rebuilding it. In true Josh Payne's fashion, none of my projects are ever done. So let's get right into it. Oh my gosh. I'm actually embarrassed to show that. What has even happened? So when I rebuilt this, I looked at my filter and I was like, man, that looks pretty rough. And it was kind of deteriorating a little bit, but I was like, it's fine. Well, apparently it wasn't, because I mean, I only got like a tank and a half of gas through this thing so far, and it's completely just touching it, it's falling apart. So I got a new filter for it. I mean, I'm sure that's also good for the break-in process, running a little bit of abrasiveness through your engine to, you know, help really seat those rings. Jeez Louise. And there we go. It looks a little better than something I was actually thinking about. It's close to 8 years that this thing's been in storage, because it was shortly after I got married that it lost compression. Like, you'd run it for about 5 minutes and it would just stall off and have no compression. So it's been sitting for about 8 years. I'm gonna run down a list of the things that need to be fixed before I can rip it on like a proper track. For some reason, there are no brakes. I don't know. There's absolutely nothing there. The reservoir in there, wherever it's at, right in there, is full. I filled it up. There's no brakes there, so I'm gonna assume the plunger or something in there deteriorated over sitting. I honestly don't know, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Both forks from sitting, they both leaked out. There was a puddle of oil, so I have no oil in my forks. I honestly would like to get all new plastics for this. It's a really good running bike. I like this bike. It needs a new chain, new sprocket, that kind of stuff. I don't even know if any of you guys are actually even gonna watch this far through. But comment if you'd like to see me work on my own weekend projects. I got this bike that I wanna fix up. I have a TRX 450 that I wanna fix again. I mean, it ran when I parked it, but I parked that before I parked this. So it's probably got even more problems than this. And then my Dodge, I have a pickup. I actually have a pickup. I know I never show any of my personal stuff, but I have some stuff that I want to fix on that too. If you guys want to see me work on the weekends, making videos about my own weekend stuff, that'd actually be really easy for me to do if you guys are interested in that. Now, I know with all this being wrong, all the things that are wrong with this bike right now, I shouldn't be doing this, but it's been parked for a while. And there's been, I mean, the log pile has gotten smaller because it's been sitting for a while, but there's this log pile in the woods that I kind of want to hit. So I think I'm gonna go set up a light back there and see if I can hit it. I know it's not a good thing to do, but that's why I got a headlamp on. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be safe. Oh my gosh, I smell fuel. It's just pouring out of my carburetor. I had to shut it off here. Boy, when I'm sitting on my bike, I can find the dealio right away, but let's see. See if it'll start running out again when I turn the foot back on. There it comes. That's not good. Why ain't there a hose on that to begin with, is what I want to know. So we're gonna take my carb out because I'm gonna assume my float is sticking, and that's why I was pouring gas out. I had to heat up this boot because it's like, I don't know, 30 degrees this morning, so it's really cold and stiff, but I finally got it out. Look at this. Look at that. I wonder where all this stuff came from. And I wonder if that's the problem why my bike's not running quite right. My gosh. I'm gonna have to do a full clean on this carb. And then I need to put all new hoses for like, oh geez. I need to put all new hoses on because they all deteriorated away. Who would have knew that, you know, a 20-plus-year-old bike that's been parked for years, that things would just deteriorate away. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out and start tearing it apart. So at first glance, I'm wondering if there isn't, there's like a plunger in there that this float here, when it fills up with fuel or gas, it slowly goes up, it closes off the plunger. So that way this bowl fills up with gas. For those of you that don't know how these work, I honestly am not a carb expert, but I get the basic gist of it. I've worked on them enough. There could be just some crap in there because of, you know, it being full of junk. That could just be letting it seep through, but I don't think that's the case because it was literally pouring out. But every now and then when I'm messing with this, let me see if I can get it. There's a spot where it wants to stick down. And now I can't get it to happen. It happened to me twice off camera. Great, it's never gonna happen again. Good, perfect. Why was it doing that? There it is. Nope. Something's snagging in there. I can feel it right there. It snags. So what's happening is this is opening up to let fuel in, and it's snagging every now and then. I don't know what it's snagging because I don't see anything that could be catching on here, but it's holding it open. So I guess I'm gonna have to dig into it a little deeper than I want to. So I know none of the filter parts could get down in my bowl here, but there was a lot of stuff down in there, so I'm gonna assume it's just from sitting for years. Bugs, mud daubers, who knows? Something crawled up in these little holes. I don't know. It's all cleaned out now. I don't know why it was hanging up. I couldn't get it to hang up after I took it apart and cleaned it out a little bit. Could have just been a fluke deal. Could have been a little bit of dirt in there. She's all good and clean now. I should get a whole rebuild kit for this to put new O-rings and everything on everything, but I ain't got time for that right now. We're gonna slap this thing back in there and see how she runs. Boy, that was a pain in the butt. I remember why I don't like taking my carb out now. Things just don't fit. I mean, they do fit, but I almost cut a notch out of my frame just to get this job done. If this thing still leaks when I'm finished, I'm gonna be so upset. Go and buy an electric dirt bike. No, that's not gonna happen. I bought my son an electric, I did not buy him an electric dirt bike. I bought him a dirt bike, and I don't know how many people said, oh, you should get him an electric bike. They're so much easier, so nice. All he has to do is make sure it's charged. Plug it in and ride it. I got him a RM 50, little 2-stroke, because with an electric bike, I don't get the opportunity to yell at him for following up plugs because he's going too slow. Like, I mean, what's the fun in that? Okay, let's see if this thing leaks. Son of a gun. It's leaking worse than before. So I tapped on the side, it didn't stop anything, so I think the float's working. It's just the seals are absolutely dried out, rock solid, and not sealing. So I'm gonna order a rebuild kit for this and go from there. Thanks for watching. This did not turn out the way I wanted it to go. Leave a comment down below if you want to see more of this kind of content on here. We'll be back to truck work next week.